Greetings everyone, my name is Zatterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man and Megacity. Continuing on from the last part, I'll now be paying a visit to this city's underground reactor. The fastest way to reach the reactor is by starting from the teleporter located in the forges. You can also use the teleporter located to the left, but it's harder to reach here. Darn, missed that E-tank. I'll have to return back for that. And there was a teleporter right over here, so you can return back to here if you need to. The reactor is almost a mile below the ground. I disagree with that, it's quite close. And this is Quickman's level, so expect force beams. And they are instant dead, unlike the ones in Mega Man 3D. Hold on a minute, these are location sensitive. They don't operate on a global timer. They only activate if you trigger their proximity sensor, like such. And I went the wrong way there. That makes the segment a lot easier too, but not as fast like in Quickman's level. Like here, I have some areas of brief respite. I want that L-tank. There's probably one more tank located down there. No, there isn't. That was a very short level. I mean, look at it, I'm now facing off against Quickman. This was kinda disappointing. I was expecting the reactor core to be at least twice as long. Did I get anything? I hope I got the item. I did, I got this suit. For a moment there, I thought I lost the upgrade by falling down over here, but thankfully the game isn't that broken. Move faster and jump higher, but we take more damage, so the opposite of the hard suit. This is useful. And here's the reactor. Wait a minute. I'm gonna take a dead over here for a moment. That was deliberate, by the way. I want to test out something. Could we sequence break this segment by just going here with just the lifting gyros, as that's entirely possible? Blow open the wall just using this piece of ore and then throw it in here? That seems entirely doable. You don't even need the crash bombs here. I wonder if that would break the game's flow. So now with the reactor core working, all the elevators have been activated, and now I can ascend all the way to the control room. For a moment there, I was curious if there's something below the reactor, and there is. This is really off the beaten path. We have Metroid music playing in the background too, but I can't reach there yet. So let's get out of here. I could also face off against either Gemini Man or Stone Man, but I'll hold off from that for now, until I get my next life upgrade. There is something located up here, though. An L-tank. I noticed it by looking up the map here and noticing this one block. Just stand on top of it, and it'll slowly go upwards. It adds to the tension, especially combined with the music, though I wish it went at least twice as fast, or there was some dialogue happening in the background. So I suppose this leads to the second half of the game. Oh goody, spikes everywhere and mines. And let me guess, these are instant death too. I'm not going for the E-tank just yet. I will return back over here once I gain a certain upgrade. Now we have this to worry about. Oh no, the fast movement speed is a different problem. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen once. The hitbox of this Jet Rider is bigger than Mega Man himself. See, if I didn't move as fast, this wouldn't be too bad, but as you can see, my movement speed with this is quite crazy, which doesn't mesh well with this segment. This would have been so much easier if I had either a slow move option or the spikes were not instant death. This was a literal difficulty spike, no pun intended. And he throws instant death objects as well. At least the spike hitboxes are precise, they're not box-like. Otherwise, that previous segment would be so much more painful. That wasn't too bad. And this is where I get my second life upgrade. It was well worth it. Oh my goodness, this was a literal difficulty spike and it killed the pacing of the game. Not my favorite area at all. And this area actually has 3 bosses, Tornado Man and Ring Man. I can see where they are, but now I have to see what's to the left. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the left area later. It's a good thing I went through this area from the right, otherwise this would have been a pain. I actually edited out 3 deaths off screen. The controls of this game do not mesh well with that segment. You really need slower, more precise controls. It is doable with the controls currently in the game, but it's really difficult. At least the music is a lot more cheerful now. Is this still the inhabited deck? It is. This is the first area in the game which actually has multiple musical tracks. Is there something below here? There is. It wasn't really made clear. Before I proceed any further, I want to get a full life refilled and go back over there. Once again, I'm really thankful that the designer put a teleporter right over here. Indestructible turrets. I can work with that. Especially as these blocks can actually block the shots. I want to see what's up over there. In fact, I'm supposed to go over there. You know, I kind of like this MIDI remix. The lifting jars in this game are getting a lot of mileage. They're a lot better than the Super Adapter in Mega Man 1. One more, then I'll face off against the boss. It's sections like these where this game shines. I want more of these and less of the preceding spike-filled segments. I also have access to floating platforms, so I can bypass many of these segments. Ringman. Let me see what your weakness is, if you have a weakness. This seems pretty effective, but it costs a lot of weapon energy to use. Then again, with all of this life energy, defeating any boss so far won't be too challenging. There's my next energy upgrade. I can now face off against Gemini Man if I so desire. I can either go up over there, which I will do, but then I'll double back and check the left side. I didn't expect that to happen with these Sparkman platforms. I thought they were gonna go up with me, lifting me up, but no, they act like explosives. This is actually pretty fun. I wouldn't mind actually having a gimmick in Mega Man where if you jump on top of a platform, it explodes and violently sends you upwards. I just wish the graphic of this was more accurate to what it actually does. Like, give these Sparkman platforms a bomb graphic. And now we're in the forest. But as I said, first let me go to the safe zone, and then I'll explore the left side of the first inhabited deck. Though, as Dr. Light called it the first one, there's probably a second one. It's called the living level though, so I guess this is a residential area? This looks entirely different from the right area. These are essentially gyro blocks, the way they act here. That was an epic fail. This game actually has the gyro block graphics, so why not use them for the falling blocks instead of upside down Sparkman platforms? Also, these could have been introduced in a safe environment. Same with these explosive Sparkman platforms. That's one of the negatives of this game, the fact that the gimmicks aren't introduced first in safe environments, most of them that is. I find it funny in this game the Sniper Joes are so fragile, considering in most Mega Man fan games, the Sniper Joes are one of the more durable enemy types. They only take about 4 to 5 regular buster shots to destroy. I knew for a second those would be spikes. And that's strange, we don't start out with 28 HP now, we start out with 42 HP. Once I collected that second life upgrade, it essentially upgraded my max starting HP too, or rather my minimum starting HP. Speaking of which, as I have much more weapon energy now, I should be using my special weapons. That's why I have the floating platforms equipped. For situations like these, but let's try the room again. Getting up there and with the floating platforms is a bit finicky, as my movement speed is too high. I could use a Fire Blast, which is better against most enemies, but I'd rather use the Metal Blade due to its increased hitbox. I don't know why that didn't work. It seems some of these are specifically programmed not to send you upwards as far. Alright, here you are, Tornado Man. Well, you are rather pattern-based and kind of disappointing. I thought these tornadoes would grab you and take you into one of the holes. Emergency boosters. I guess that's double jumping? Oh, so emergency safety. So bottomless pit rescue service. Doesn't work on spikes though, I guess. So let's get out of here. First, I'll take a deliberate death to get back to 40 HP. Or 42 HP, I mean. This left section is so much easier than the right one. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I need to see what Dr. Wily says after defeating all the bosses. Skullman definitely had the most devastating weaponry. He should have been the last boss we face in this area. A nature preserve, so a park. Woodman, of course. Compared with the remix of Crashman's team in the previous level, or previous part of the city, I don't feel too keen about this Woodman remix. Don't destroy these enemies then. Unless I want to farm up weapon energy, then I'll destroy those fly enemies. Of course, I can always just do this and completely destroy the boss. The boss is below me. Gravity Man stage team. I will return back down over there, but I want to activate the teleporter. So getting back over here doesn't take as much time. Ringman platforms that don't activate the way as they usually do. These just turn on and off. These are an entirely new gimmick added for this game. Probably could have used a different graphic. And these are solid on the bottom when activated. Alright, that looks good. Let's backtrack all the way down. Emergency booster time. Let's see if it works properly. It works wonderfully. It uses more energy than the platforms though. And we're back over here. So before I face off against Woodman, let me fill up on everything. Your own crash bomb explosions can harm you, so be careful. I'll take this down with me just to be safe, in case there are any challenges that require it. Never mind. Whoops, I thought that was actually walkable. That was my fault though. Should have slid through there. One thing of note I've noticed about this game is that some of the areas that we go through feel rather short. They feel like they could have been expanded a bit more. For instance, this wooded area. This was especially the case with the Reactor, as there was only 3 screens that you quickly go through before you face off against Quickman. The Reactor felt kind of anticlimactic, and Quickman wasn't that difficult either. Here's Woodman. His weakness, of course, is the metal blade and probably the fire shot. Makes sense, as we either burn down the trees or cut it down. His explosive attacks deal a lot of damage per hit though, so this boss was designed with you having more HP in mind. At least it feels that way. Even the leaves explode. And they deal a truckload of damage per hit, so at least he's a formidable opponent, unlike Ringman and Tornado Man were. Oh, the range of these explosives is quite long. I'm gonna use his weakness now, as I really need more than just 42 HP to do it buster only. Exploding leaves, of course, instead of the leaf shield. Leave these around and they'll sit around until an enemy steps on them and they blow up. That may be useful for some of the stationary enemies, especially the big eyes. So in the next episode, I'll go back and defeat Gemini Man and probably Stone Man, and then go back up and visit the dome, and probably the area after that. And things are certainly getting more challenging, although the difficulty balancing and introduction to gimmicks are certainly off. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!